YouTubers? This is your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on the latest Disney.Pixar movie, Elio. And it's about a young boy named Elio, played by Jonas. Kira, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his last name, I apologize. And Elio doesn't fit in anywhere on Earth, so he makes a bit of a contact with aliens, and they beam him up into outer space. And little does he know, he gets involved with an intergalactic war with an alien overlord, and eventually he meets the evil alien overlord's son, and they become best friends. Glorden. Glorden is the young alien that befriends Elio. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. And they form an unlikely friendship and a good duo. I gotta say about this movie, it's good. It's pretty decent. It has a few problems, but it was still a fun, heartwarming Disney Pixar movie. And yes, you guys gotta be ready to bring tissues, because you know you're gonna cry on a Disney Pixar movie, because it's Pixar. It's Disney Pixar. You know you're gonna cry on this movie because, again, they know how to pull on your heartstrings. They really do. But this was a really heartwarming and very great, laughable movie that everyone is just going to really have a fun time with. I sure did, especially knowing it's going back into outer space. It did this more than once before with past Pixar movies. But let's get on to the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. Seeing this movie take place in outer space throughout most of the movie, and what I can say about this is that it's mind blowing. We've seen Pixar go to outer space with Wall-E, but the actual prequel, Lightyear, and a bunch of other movies I can't really name right now. But it was still enjoyable. I love Pixar tackling this theory, like what is out in outer space, because we really need that. And kids need to discover it as well. But it's still a fun, out of this world movie that I believe that everyone is going to really enjoy and have a fun time with. Another positive is the cast themselves. Jonas playing Elio, he did a fantastic job bringing this character to life. Jonas, if you watch this, fantastic job, man. Wishing you the best on your future endeavors, and hope we get to see you in a possible Elio sequel. He really knows how to play Elio, and he really brings the charisma of Elio in this movie. Jonas is an upcoming young actor, and he really does bring the character to life. I can say that much. And Zoe Saldana, we've seen Zoe in so many projects throughout the years. We've seen her as Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, Maria Posada in The Book of Life, and a bunch of other things I can't really name right now because she's that good of an actress. Zoe, if you watch this, amazing job playing Elio's Aunt Olga. You really are a phenomenal actress. I respect you a whole lot, and nothing but respect for you now and always. I've seen her tackle the MCU again as Gamora, and now we're seeing her tackle the Ant. She has a couple of kids herself, and what I can say is that she really does bring like the motherly role into Elio's Aunt. That is phenomenal. And the rest of the cast themselves, Remy that plays Glorden, I hope I'm pronouncing the character right, I think so, and everyone else in this movie did phenomenal. I I honestly can't believe how mind blowing this was. Seeing the cast themselves really make sure to play these alien characters, and what else I can say is that wow, they knew how to tackle these roles without a doubt, and they know how to bring the funny and charisma to it. Another positive is, well, the story itself is seeing Elio just being a lonely kid who doesn't really fit anywhere. I can relate to that because I honestly know what it's like to be a lonely kid growing up. It was tough for me. And we get to see more of Elio's backstory about his parents and everything. I can't say much about this movie, but when you honestly see the movie, you are going to be surprised with what happens. That's all I can tell you guys. I can promise you. But the movie itself is a great one for sure, and the story really is astounding. Pixar really does know how to bring the heart and soul to the movie itself. And I can say this, you are really going to be surprised with what they do with this movie. And that's it for the positives. On to the negatives. First negative I have is, well, seeing Zoe's character, Aunt Olga. She really wasn't in the movie that much. I know it's supposed to focus on Elio, but I wanted her to play a huge role. It was like she had some good scenes in the movie, but it feels like she was side bench uh, from time to time. I think it would have been better if they actually put more of Olga into the movie instead of just not having her in the movie that much. Because honestly, Elio's aunt really does need to be in this movie. I can say that much. I really can. Another negative is that some of the stuff with Elio and done, Gordon, I hope I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Gordon. I really wasn't buying into the friendship. There were a couple scenes where I wasn't buying into their friendship, and I think the friendship between those two needed some work as well because I lo- I love seeing Elio and Gordon connect, but I wasn't really invested in it. I was really hoping they would put more investment into this friendship, like we seen Lightning McQueen, Mater, Buzz Lightyear, Remy and Linguini, Arlo, and Spot throughout the past years. All these best buddy Pixar characters I really got invested in, but this one, I think it it needed work. I wanted to buy into their friendship, but I really didn't. But I still loved their. Don't get me wrong. I still loved a couple of stuff with them, but this there was a couple of scenes that I wasn't really invested in, and I hope Pixar learns from this and makes a better best friend duo. But they were still good. They were still good. Trust me. I really do believe in Gordon and Elio's friendship, but I think the friendship really does need work. That's it for the positives and negatives, guys. On to my rant. Elio itself, Elio itself, it's a good Pixar movie. And also stick around. There's a mid and post credit scenes. I'm not gonna spoil either because again like the MCU, you guys are gonna have to see these mid and post credit scenes. I can say that when you see this mid and post credit scene, you're gonna be astounded with what happens. It's definitely going to be so surprising that all of you are going to be mind blown. But the rest of the movie itself, Pixar really, again, knows how to pull on people's heartstrings. It did for me. I have to say this. I was crying, and the people next to me were crying too because that's how good the movie was. Again, I was I was not expecting to cry like I did now, like bawling my eyes out like I honestly did. I really was crying a lot. But again, this is a Pixar movie. Expect to cry. But the rest of the movie itself was phenomenal. Now, though, again, as I said earlier, Aunt Olga not being in the movie that much and Elio and Gordon's friendship, I really wasn't invested in, but it was still a good movie. I learned to look past it. I had a fun time. It was nice to see Pixar again tackle the big question, is life really out there? And they did tackle that with Elio. And Elio, he was a good character. And this movie itself really brought the heart. I can say this much. I was laughing. I was really emotionally moved by the movie itself. And all the kids are going to love seeing this movie, especially the adults too. You are going to have a fun time seeing this movie, and trust me, be super invested with what happens as well. I can promise you this: there will not be a single dry tear in this movie when you go see it. Everyone was crying in my theater as well, and I have to say I'm glad I wasn't the only one crying. It Elio is for sure a movie you want to go see and check out, especially if you have little kids. For sure, go see this movie and be really excited to see it. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you guys. I can promise you, you are going to be surprised with this. And that's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give Disney Pixar's Elio a solid B plus. Hope everyone can see it. Because Elio was really enjoyable. I had a fun time watching it. It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh, full of heartwarming moments. We get to relate to this movie so well, especially if you grew up alone and didn't have a friend. Again, I could relate to that, guys. As I said before, I grew up not having that many friends. So this movie really did relate to me in a key point, for sure. But the rest of the movie itself, it was fun and enjoyable. I could say this. I could say this. When you go see this Pixar movie, be sure to bring tissues with you because you are gonna cry on this movie. Pixar is for sure gonna pull on your heartstrings. They have that way of pulling at people's heartstrings. No lie, they really do. And all I can say, and what else I can say about this movie, you you are really gonna be invested. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. Hug your loved ones. Everything. The cast and crew themselves made sure that Elio was going to be a good movie for everybody to watch and enjoy. I really did enjoy this movie, guys. I know I said it before because it's the truth. I enjoyed it. It was very investing. For sure, check it out, have fun, and enjoy yourselves. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Elio when you go see it. Subscribe and share with everyone you know, and press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.